For 3 billion years, evolution has been the only thing on Earth that could design a molecular machine. As of today, that's officially no longer true. And honestly, evolution should be a little nervous. This morning, the journal Science dropped a paper where scientists used an AI to invent a brand new gene editor. Not tweak one, invent one. A tiny pair of molecular scissors that never existed anywhere in nature. And here's the part that broke my brain. Their fake, made-up enzyme out-edits the real thing by nearly 4 times. Today we're answering one wild question. How do you get an AI to design life's machinery and not just make garbage? To get why this matters, you have to meet the current celebrity of biology, CRISPR, the gene editing tool everyone hypes. Picture CRISPR as a pair of programmable scissors. You hand it a little strip of guide RNA, basically a target address. The guide is the pinned message in the group chat. The scissors read it, find the match in your DNA, and cut. It's revolutionary. It's also, biologically speaking, the most overqualified pair of scissors ever built. The famous version, Cas9, is a massive protein, roughly 1,300 amino acids of complicated origami. And that size is a genuine problem. Because of how you actually get an editor inside a living human body. The standard delivery van is a hollowed-out virus called an AAV, and it has a strict carry-on limit. About 4,700 letters of genetic code total. That's it. One tiny bag for the whole trip. Cas9 barely fits, and once it's in there, there's no room left for the guide RNA or the on switch. It's like packing a 2-week vacation and realizing your suitcase is already full with just the shoes. So for years, the dream has been a smaller pair of scissors, something that leaves room in the bag. And it turns out nature already built one, hiding inside a piece of genetic junk almost everybody ignored. Buried in bacterial genomes is a little enzyme called TnpB. It's the ancient ancestor that CRISPR evolved from. Think of it as the demo version, the flip phone that the smartphone descended from. And it's tiny. TnpB is only around 400 amino acids, a fraction of Cas9's size. It fits in the bag with room to spare. The catch? Being the old prototype, it's kind of weak. It edits, but clumsily, like texting with one thumb. So the scientists asked a bolder question. Instead of hunting nature for a better one, what if we just designed it? And this is where the AI walks in. Using a trick that sounds completely backwards when you first hear it. You've probably heard of AlphaFold, the AI that predicts how a protein folds up from its sequence of letters. It's basically autopilot for shape. You type the amino acids, it tells you the 3D blob they'll fold into. The AI here does the exact opposite, and they call it inverse folding. You start with the shape you want. Then the model works backwards to answer. What sequence of amino acids would actually fold into this exact structure? It's the difference between reading a recipe and reverse engineering the dish after one bite at a restaurant. Instead of foraging in nature's junk drawer, you're placing a custom order, designed to order biology, like Build-A-Bear for enzymes. Now, most random sequences you could dream up fold into useless garbage, a sad floppy plate of protein spaghetti. So the real magic isn't just designing something. It's designing something that doesn't collapse into a wet noodle. Here's the genius move, and it's the whole ballgame. The team didn't let the AI redesign the enzyme from scratch. They looked at TnpB and identified the few amino acids that physically grip the guide RNA and the target DNA. Those are the hands, the parts that actually do the holding and the cutting. Mess with them and nothing works. So they froze the hands in place, completely off limits, and told the AI, redesign literally everything else. It's like a home renovation where you keep the front door exactly where it is, then rebuild the entire house around it. The handshake stays identical, so the enzyme still grabs DNA, but the body around it becomes something brand new. And the AI got weird with it in the best way. It explored sequences evolution never bothered to try. How weird. In the parts gripping DNA and RNA, the designs were barely 83 and 72% similar to nature. That gap might sound small, but in protein terms, that's a genuinely alien design that still somehow works. Evolution spent billions of years exploring a tiny corner of what's possible. The AI just wandered off the map. Because evolution can only remix what it already has. It can't sit down and brainstorm a blank sheet of paper. The AI can. It's not limited to nature's back catalog, so it went digging in the parts nature never released. But a clever design on a screen means nothing until it works in a real, living cell. Predictions aren't proof, so they had to run the gauntlet. And this is where the AI's homework got graded by reality itself. The AI didn't hand over one perfect enzyme. It generated a giant pile of candidates, nearly 2,000 designs. Then came the swiping phase. Think of it as a dating app, but for enzymes, with 1,980 profiles. They built every design and tested them in bacteria first. The cheap, fast, low-stakes first date. Out of nearly 2,466 actually showed up and did something. The rest were spaghetti. That's the honest part nobody skips over. Most designs still flopped. AI design is a numbers game, not a magic wand. But here's the jaw-dropper. Around 8% of the ones that worked didn't just match nature. They beat it. The rookie the AI drew up was already benching more than the enzyme evolution spent eons at the gym perfecting. Then they took the best designs to the real test. Living human cells. The whole point of the exercise. Natural TnpB edited human DNA at about 28% efficiency. Respectable for the little flip phone Ancestor. The top AI designs, 46 and 50%. Nearly 4 times the editing power of the thing they were based on. Same tiny size, still fits in the delivery bag, but now it actually cuts like it means it. They're travel-sized scissors that somehow slice better than the giant overqualified pair we started with. Nature got dunked on. And it wasn't a fluke of human cells. The designs edited plant cells too, which cracks open agriculture. From a plate of spaghetti to a precision tool, sorted by an algorithm that never took a biology class. So step back, because this is bigger than one clever little enzyme with a good gym routine. For all of history, if biology needed a new tool, we had exactly one option: go shopping in nature. We foraged, we thrifted, we dug through bacteria and hot springs, hoping to stumble on something useful. This paper is a signpost for a different era. Don't go find the molecule you need, just design it. And it's not a one-off. The same day, a second team in science used AI to design brand new glowing proteins from scratch. 2 made-to-order molecules, 1 journal, 1 day. That's not a coincidence. That's a genre being born. For medicine, a compact, powerful editor that fits in a single delivery van is exactly what gene therapy has begged for. Think diseases caused by one broken gene, where the hard part was never the cut. It was getting the scissors inside. Now let's keep the hype leashed, because this is a lab result, not a cure sitting in a pharmacy. Off-target cuts, safety, and years of trials all stand between this and a real treatment. Science is slow on purpose, but the ceiling just moved. We're not limited to the enzymes evolution happened to leave lying around anymore. We can start asking for the tool we actually want. And increasingly, the AI can just draw it up. So here's what I'll be watching: how fast these designer enzymes move from a screen into a real therapy. Because the bottleneck in biology is quietly shifting from what nature gives us to what we can imagine and ask for. If that fries your circuits as much as it fries mine, do me a solid and hit like and subscribe. It genuinely helps this channel keep making deep dives like this one, and it takes you about half a second. Now, real talk for a second. This video is AI generated, but it is guided every step of the way by actual humans. A real team researched this paper, checked the numbers, and sweated the details, because getting it right matters to us. So if we got something wrong, or you want more, tell us in the comments. We read them all. You help us make the next one better. I'm Techster, and I'll catch you in the next one.